are y'all doing on this wonderful Christmas? Merry Christmas! And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Ba-da-dum-da-doo-da-dum-dum-dum-dum. Shake your head now. Ba-da-dum-da-doo-da-dum-dum-dum. Hang on the mistletoe. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to Southern Therapy Podcast. I just want to come on here and just say Merry Christmas to you guys. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful holiday. Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays to everybody who do not celebrate necessarily Christmas, because I know that there are so many religious holidays during this season to where I cannot even call all of them. So I just want to make sure that I am politically correct and say happy holidays to you guys. Like, the year's almost over. The decade is almost over. So y'all, I'm not gonna be before you long on today because it is a holiday, and I know that you guys are with your family. If you're even listening to this on Christmas or whatever, if you are, you're dedicated. Thank you. I love you. But if you're not, I totally understand. But nonetheless, you guys, I just want to go ahead and say happy holidays to you guys. Make sure that you guys have a wonderful time. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy yourself. Or if you're just going to do a self-care day, enjoy your day off, because a lot of us are off. Or if you're at work, enjoy your day at work. Like, make the best of it. I know you may want to be at home with your family and stuff like that, with your family, your friends, but you had to go to work. Look, I salute you. We are with you guys, because I've had to work before on a holiday, especially when I was in college. Working at a gas station. The gas station is open every day. It does not close. And we used to have to, and I used to work at the gas station that was like an hour away from my house. So I would have to stay home. I would have to stay in Natchitoches. An hour away from my family. I used to have to stay in Natchitoches Christmas Eve by myself, go to work from like 9 to 2, and then come home after 2 o'clock and spend time with my family then. By then, Christmas is over, because I probably make it here at like 3 o'clock, So, but nonetheless, I get it. I understand, you guys. Well, I can understand to a certain extent, because I don't have any kids. I know that some of you guys that do have kids is a little bit different. But nonetheless, make the best of it, you guys, and live. Okay? So that is my whole spiel. Welcome to Southern Therapy Podcast. I am your host. I am Danielle Bailey. And this podcast, for those of you who may be new to this actual podcast, was created for me to create a tribe of women and men who could actually understand and who can relate to some of the things that I was going through. Like, I don't want people to think that they're out there, they're by themselves, and like, oh my God, I'm just so lonely. Like, nobody else is going through this stuff. And it's just like, no, like, a lot of people are going through what you're going through. I just decided to create this podcast so that we can voice it, give it a voice, give it a name. Okay? So thank you guys and welcome back. I will not be before you long. I'm not sure if I said that. Look, if you're like a church person, you're like, okay, she said that probably twice. You know how the preachers and stuff do it. I'm not gonna be before you long, but yeah. So I want to just go ahead and jump out and say, y'all, I know if you listened to me last week, I talked about how I was in a depressive episode. I can say that I am out of the depressive episode. I want to say that it lasted for about 2.5 weeks. Like I said, last podcast episode, like they range from 2 to 4 weeks. And so like I came out of it like after I created, and that's the thing, you guys, like this podcast is very therapeutic for me, because after I recorded the episode, like I started really feeling better. Like, honestly, you guys, like talking to somebody or people that you don't even know could like really help. So that's why I really and truly suggest therapy to a lot of people, because I just talked to myself last week. Well, I talked to a microphone and recorded it, but like I felt so much better by getting that weight off of me And like I started feeling better. I started being able to do, move around and stuff like that. So like I'm super excited. Thankful that the depression episode is lifted. Now that the depressive episode is lifted, I'm still not in necessarily the Christmas spirit, like a cheerful spirit, if you want to say, like to say that it is the holidays. I made a Facebook post. I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. So I made a Facebook post on Christmas Eve about how like I'm still struggling to get into the holiday spirit. Like my Christmas cheer isn't there. And like a lot of people, I'm not going to say like a lot of people, but more than I expected, actually commented on the post and was like, Danielle, I feel you. I understand. Like, we are not, like, I'm not in the Christmas mood neither. Like, I mean, it was so many people. A few people talked about how, this is their like first Christmas without a loved one. And it's like, different things that people are actually going through. And it's just like, I'm not going to say that I was happy on their behalf, but it just felt good to know that I'm not alone, to that I'm not alone out here not feeling very Christmassy. Like, and I was talking to my prayer partner, and, we talked, because I had posted on Monday about not going into debt. Like, y'all, my first year of entrepreneurship, and it has been a lot. Okay. It has been a lot of ups and downs. And it has been like a lot of financial strain too. Of course, if y'all listen to this podcast, y'all know that I talk about it. Like, entrepreneurship is good at the fact you get to be your own boss. You get to create your own schedule. You get to have the freedom that you desire. You get to make your own decisions and stuff like that. Like, you get to have that creative control over your business, but you're also responsible for making sure that checks are coming in, making sure that you're getting paid, making sure that you're keeping up with all this stuff. And it's just like, when you're at the hands of me, like I'm a therapist, when you're at the hands of some of these insurance companies, like, they can be slow with getting you a check. So it's like you have to make sure that, you have a steady flow of income. And sometimes, you guys, like, I didn't kind of anticipated like a check to come this day, but the check come 2 weeks later. And it's just like, okay, so what are you going to do? And like this year I have operated on just enough, I was talking to my prayer partner, and we were talking about for 2020 how we just wanted to operate in a different manner, and how we just want to not just operate on just enough. Like, we want to operate in an abundance of what God has called us for. Like, and it's just like, because I'm like, y'all, seriously, I was thinking the other day, like, when I start making my millions, I'm going to be able to say, yes, God showed up right in the nick of time. Like, I'm living that right now. I'm living to where God is just like, he's showing up to where like my bills are due. And I'm like, I don't know where the money coming from. Like, y'all, a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to one of my friends, and we were just talking. She was saying about what she was going through, and I was saying about what I was going through. And like, literally, y'all, I was talking to her, and I was like, and she was talking about her problems, and like, I mean, it was cool. I did not expect me to get choked up and to actually about to almost cry. And so she was just saying, and I was just like, well, like, and I was surprised that she was going through, and I'm not sure if I shared this with y'all, but she was just, she was going through, she was telling me about it. And like, I was just like, I understand what you're saying, because truth be told, I don't even know how I'm going to pay myself next week. And y'all, like, I almost bust out crying. Like, I got teary eyed, like I got choked up, because it was the truth. And like that, when I talked to her, I still didn't pay myself the next week because no money had came in. And so it's just like, it's that type of stuff. Like, God, it allows it to come in like right in the nick of time. And so like, I was just talking to her. And so when I tell people, when I start making the millions, like, I am a living testimony of right in the nick of time, God is making a way. He's having a blessing, like, and stuff like that. So it's just like, yo, I've been through that period. I've been through that season. I hope I learned everything that I'm supposed to learn. But now, God, going into 2020, can I get over that season of just enough? And can I get in the season of abundance? You know? Like, really, can I get into that season of abundance? And thank God that I'm good with money in a sense, because of the simple fact is, like, if I did not budget, I would be in a horrible mess. Like, the month of December just really wrecked me completely. Like, I had a issue with my house that I need to get fixed. That was a $900 expense that I wasn't expecting. What else? Something else happened. Oh yeah, me trying to get a project done that I'm trying to fund. Like, it's so much stuff. And then January, it's so much stuff in the month of January. I mean, December to January, to where it's just like, God, seriously, I need your help. And it's just like, I'm over the living bare minimum. Because when I was working, I did not experience this. When I had a job, I did not experience this. I told my mom, I was like, this is the brokest I have ever been in my life. And you can't tell me that I'm supposed to believe that this is it. Like, you can't tell me that God told me to leave a job where I was making 75,000, close to 76. No, it was about 75 to $76,000. You can't tell me God told me to leave that to come work for him, do what he wants me to do, and me barely make it. Like, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that that is God. That is of the Lord. That's the best that he has to offer me. Because the simple fact is, that that's the best he has to offer me, I should have stayed at the job. So, like, I know that there is something better for me. I know that there is something that's out there. I know that I'm supposed to live in the abundance. I know that I'm supposed to be a multimillionaire by the time I'm 40. I just have to make it. You know? Like, I know this. I know God has told me. I believe what the word say. God cannot go back on his word. So I know this, but I just can't. It's not happening right now. And I'm struggling with, I know what I know, but it's not materialistic right now. It's not like, I guess I'm working through it, if you want to say. So it's kind of like a struggle. But yet again, God is still yet faithful. Like, I have not went without paying a bill. I have not went hungry. I have not missed anything. Like, I still have done what I wanted to do this whole year. I've taken 2 vacations. I've traveled. Like, I still done the things that I wanted to do, and then some, because I had the flexibility of being able to take off. But it's just like, in these moments, like right now, whew, when you don't know where the check is going to come, or when you don't know where the income is going to come, that seems to get you a little bit weary. You know, it's right in those moments, like right now, in those moments where, where we just kind of have to really hold on to our faith and really try to just trust and believe in God and know that God is yet able to really see us through. So, like, I know that I need to get in my word more. I know that I need to pray. I know that I need to fast. I know that I need to do all of this, but it's just like, I don't do them. Like, why? Like, why don't I do them? So it's almost like eating healthy, eating good. Like, I know I should, but I don't. I know it's good for me, but I don't. Like, it's almost like I have a zero self-control. That's what I feel like. So, like, I just gotta move forward, gotta do better, y'all. in 2020. So yeah, so me and my prayer partner, like, we're starting back up the prayer. We used to have like Monday prayer meetings, not necessarily prayer meetings, but we used to pray for the week on Mondays. And like, when I tell you, like, it was really, really good. Me and her was talking once before, I want to say a couple of weeks ago. Like, she had a baby, so like, we kind of just slowed down, died down. Shout out to her. So she had her baby, and we kind of just slowed down on the praying. Like, we hadn't really prayed. Like, we weren't really just connecting or whatever, even before she went out on maternity leave. But now we're like getting back there. Like, we both know. Like, this time last year, like, we were so hyped. We were so hyped about going. We're gonna be our own boss. We gonna woo 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 woo. Like, we was so hyped, y'all. We were so hyped, bruh. That hypeness went away, and reality starts setting in about what it really takes to be an entrepreneur. And it's not this glamorous lifestyle. It's not this quote unquote sexy little, if you want to say it, like, it's easy. It's not that. Sometimes it's like a lot. Sometimes it's you doubting yourself. It's sometimes thinking, if are you good enough? Like, it's a lot that goes behind it, and it's a lot of ups and downs. It's a lot of emotional roller coaster that you're really on, that you're trying to figure it out. And especially if there's nobody before you in your family that has never been a really full-time entrepreneur, so it's hard. So you don't have nobody to necessarily learn from, so you're like, you're really making mistakes, and they sometimes can be costly mistakes. You know, you out there, you trying to figure it out. And then, like, it's like, who can you trust? Who are good people? Who are people that are going to really help you in this moment? So you got all of that going on, and you're trying to figure this out. So it's just like, it's a lot. And so, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how I got off on being a whole entrepreneur and some of the ups and downs of that. But yeah, we were talking about that. But I do encourage people to, if you have a business, like, start it. I wouldn't change this first year for nothing in the world. Even though I had some good times, even though I had some bad times or whatever, I still love the fact that I can work for myself. 2020, do I want to make it better? Yes, I want to elevate. There are some things that I was telling my prep partner. I was like, I want to, in 2020, I want to run my business like a business instead of a hobby. And she was just like, what does that mean? I was just like, there's stuff that I really need to put in place, and from the business standpoint of things, like policies, procedures, protocol, accounting software, like all these different types of things that need to be in on the back end, getting policies, sticking to a policy, getting really like a employee handbook so that I can start, like, implementing some of this stuff. And so that's why I say I want to go from running it like a hobby to running it like an actual business. So I have a business coach, and my business coach is actually going to do that. Like, she charged me with the exercise on I met with her last week, so she charged me with the exercise of writing a narrative from the point of view of my clients, what they see when they come see me, from the point of view of my desired client that I want, and then the point of view of what would it look like December 23rd, 2020. So, like, she got me writing a few narratives and stuff like that. So, yeah, taking it to the next level by hiring somebody that can really come in and help me, that has more knowledge on the business side, is something that I'm kind of excited about. Yeah, I really went off on it. That's not what I was supposed to be talking about. But yes, so that's entrepreneur side. That's kind of some of the stuff that I was going through, and some of the stuff that you were charged with. So going back to being in the Christmas spirit and stuff like that, like, I'm trying to get there, but like, it's a struggle. Me and my prayer partner, we were talking today about how Christmas just doesn't, not today, we were talking Monday, but how Christmas just does not have the same meaning or the same feeling that it did when we were children. And like, y'all, Christmas does not. Like, when I was a kid, I was so excited to wake up. I was thankful for the gifts that I received from my people. My grandmother received toys from the Shepherd Center. Shepherd Center was a local agency where they gave away toys for free to people with low income. And so they used to give a big old black trash bag, mind you. They put stuff in the black trash bag, right? Big old black trash bag of toys, give it to people who are in need, and we go home. I think I told this story last week, but we go home and, we wrap the toys and all this other kind of stuff. Man, yeah, we were so appreciative of that stuff. Today's kid, what they want? They want high dollar stuff. Like, nobody is appreciative of stuff that people give them. Like, if it's not a certain amount of money or if it's not a certain thing that they want, like, they're not appreciative. And it's just like, I don't have to get you anything, but I did out of the kindness of my heart, So it's just like, I'll never forget my auntie. Like, y'all, one year she gave out these Kelly green sweaters. She had went somewhere and she had found them for $1 during the summertime. So she got everybody these little Kelly green hoodies. Y'all, them things was ugly. When I say them things were so ugly, they were ugly. But we all took them. We was all right. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I was going, this was a couple years ago, and I used to go walking in the morning. And so it was cold, and I didn't want to wear my good jacket because I had to go to work because I know I was going to sweat. What did I go pull out? This ugly Kelly green hoodie out the closet. And it was in the back of the closet too. And I pulled it out and I started walking in that hoodie. And like, all I could do was laugh because like I talked about the hoodie. I was like, good, come on now. I was appreciative, but we still talked about it. And so she was like, y'all gonna need them hoodies. I'm telling y'all gonna need them. And so I was like, okay, whatever, girl. But I talked about it. But when I started going walking and it was cold, I pulled out that sweater faithfully and wore it. And like, all me and my cousins who she got that little Kelly green sweater for, like, some of them, they are welders, some of them work outside, but we all was wearing that ugly Kelly green sweater. It was just like that Kelly green hoodie. So it was just like, we talked about it, but it was a necessity. It was a need, so we wore it. We didn't have to go buy something that's cheap, or we didn't have to ruin our good clothes. We wore that hoodie. And some of us still got that hoodie to today. Some of my cousins still got that hoodie and still rocking it. And that was a couple of years ago, okay? So, but nonetheless, like, appreciative though. We were appreciative of this. Nah, today, people, you can't do that. They're going to talk about you in your face, or they're going to leave the gift at your house. Unappreciative. And that also goes for adults too, not just children. Adults do the same thing. If that's not a certain amount that you spend on them, like, they're not appreciative of it, oh, you could have did this, or oh, you could have bought me this, or oh, they start looking at other people's gifts that you'd have bought other people. Like, no. So, like, the spirit of Christmas, I feel like, is gone. Like, it's all like competition about what you got for your kid or how much stuff you can buy for your kid. And it's just like, what are we really teaching our kids? I have this one friend, we was talking today, and so she was saying about what she was getting her kids. She was like, they getting small gifts, and they got bean bags because both of them like to sit on the floor. And y'all, I thought that was, she was like, I'm not spending a whole bunch of money on them for Christmas. Well, she didn't say that, but I get it. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on your kids for Christmas. As long as you know that they are loved, they know that they are loved and that they are cared for, and you make the big deal out of the stuff that you give them, they are going to respond how you respond. If you go there and say, oh, mama couldn't buy you this or daddy couldn't buy you this because we ain't got no money and we ain't got this, then they're going to be sad. But if you wake up in the morning because that's the best that you can do, okay, I'm talking to the parents now. Like, if you could only afford $20 gifts, be happy with that $20 gift because the lights is still on. They still got food. They still got running water. Like, we have to live outside of one day. Don't look at social media and you see all of these people spending 500, 600, 700, 800. Probably, man, I seen one picture of this lady and she bought LOL stuff. And apparently this LOL stuff is super duper expensive. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all know what it is. I don't know what it is, but people were like, man, people, y'all just don't understand. This photo probably is about $800, $900 worth of stuff. Girl, who finna buy a kid $800 to $900 worth of stuff, and y'all not gonna play with it longer? Like, yo, we have to change our priorities. If anything, like, and I'm not knocking that mama. Like, buy your kids what you want. But, like, for me and my house, me and my children, that type of stuff, I'm gonna get you some good gifts, and the older that they get, yes, your gift giving is going to change. But if we can start buying CDs, if we can start buying, like investment, if we can start buying stocks for our kids that will mature over time, that the time is the most important thing. Time. And as they grow up, the stocks and the investments and stuff like that would go up too. If we was to do that for our children, instead of, spending all this money on stuff that they're going to throw away in a couple of weeks, as a race, will be so much better. But that's just the idea. Like, I'm not knocking anybody. Go buy your kids what you want to buy them. Like, that's your money. But I just want to throw out an idea so that we can actually start help creating generational wealth instead of generational poverty that we are continuing to live in. Okay, yeah. So that is just really an idea for you to think about. So that's my whole spiel on Christmas, y'all. I was not supposed to talk about none of this, but y'all know I get on here, I just go with the flow. And y'all really start, I want to say this, next year for Christmas, because I'll be in my own place in Alexandria. Like, I plan on starting new traditions for myself, because I was just like, oh, I'm going to wait till I have kids to start traditions. Oh, I'm going to wait and all this and that. And it's like, no, like, I feel like I'm missing out because I don't have any kids, like, I really encourage families, because I feel like the holidays are not for adults. I get that they're not nowadays. It's like, it's more so for the kids. And I feel like, well, if I feel like it's for the kids, I don't have any kids, like kids opening up, waking up. And so, like, what am I doing? So I have to figure out something that's for me, that I can still enjoy the holiday, even though I don't have any kids. So next year, like, I do plan on celebrating. I plan on having a Friendsgiving, at my apartment. And I plan on having, like, something for Christmas too. In my, not apartment. I probably not get an apartment. I don't know where I'm going to be living at next year. But I'm not going to stay at home with my mom, okay? When I move to Alexandria. I plan on, have my own spot. And I plan on doing something in my own spot and starting traditions that way. So, having pajama jams with my friends and all that other great stuff. Movies, whatever it may be, or either starting, like, traditions with my nephews. Let me go borrow somebody's children, y'all. Like, it's a lot of kids out there that sometimes parents want to get rid of them, and I can start a tradition with them. So, but yeah, like, I can't just necessarily wait until I have children to start traditions. Like, I just need to live my life. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that, y'all. Um, and that's kind of pretty much all that I have for this today's episode. I do have some stuff that's coming up, but before I go, if you are listening to this and you are like, I know that the holiday season can be rough for a lot of people, and I just don't want you to suffer or be alone or anything of that nature. So if you are having any kind of thoughts of, not wanting to be here, or this Christmas or this holiday season is just too much for you to handle, by all means, please reach out to the National Suicide Hotline. They are there 24/7 for you to call and for you to speak to somebody. The number is 1-800-273-TALK. TALK. That is 8255. Again, the number is 1-800-273-TALK or 8255. 1-800-273-8255. Call them, y'all. Like, don't be by yourself. Don't go through this alone. People are out there to help you. People love you. I love you. I know that I may not know you, but I still love you. I love you with the love of Christ. You are my brother and you're my sister. So please reach out to somebody, and we can go from there, y'all. Like, we want you to be around. Your life is valuable. You do bring value to people. And reach out to help for your own family too. So, y'all, that's kind of all that I have for y'all today. Merry Christmas to you guys. Know that you're special and know that you're loved. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump on off of here, y'all. And I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your family. Bye later. Holla.